Xavier Ray McDaniel was born on June 19, 2007 to Jacqueline Bessie McDonald. He's the grandson of Alicia Bigback and the great-grandson of Gloria Jean Bigback. Xavier, like his mother Jackie, was a native kid, and he valued his native heritage and culture very much. He exhibited his pride in so many ways, beginning with his excitement at learning how to drum. Xavier was so proud to not only learn how to drum, but he was proud of his teacher, who at the time was Harold Paul, who was holding drumming classes at NEA during that time. Xavier never missed an opportunity to tell his grandmother and point out what his teacher had taught him when he was learning how to drum when attending the local powwows, and to point out his teacher. Xavier, through no fault of his own, grew up in terror and was at one point not allowed to attend NEA, but was eventually reintroduced when he moved to live with his grandmother, who worked at NEA as the foster care services manager. During the transition, NEA was Xavier's primary resource in assisting him in acclimating to living out of care and in the community surrounded by people that actually looked like him. One of Xavier's reasons he listed why he loved NEA was because there are people that look like him there and they are not in trouble. By the time Xavier moved to live with his grandma, he had experienced a number of traumas in his young life, and for the most part was very misunderstood. As a result of this, it became apparent that Xavier was missing a lot of life skills that should have been taught to him at a very young age. His grandmother became his biggest advocate in assessing resources to address the survival behaviors that were Xavier's tools for navigating his life. His grandmother would help him see underneath the behaviors, was the most amazing young human being who had so many strengths, beginning with the fact that he loved his family and loved to be outside in nature, playing in the ocean. He also loved to pick huckleberries. Xavier had a knack for baking and was not afraid to try new things like the TikTok challenges. Xavier knew that he could get his grandmother to help him try any of the recipes that he wanted to try. One he was very successful at was the TikTok breakfast sandwich. Xavier became the family expert at making breakfast sandwiches because he did it so well. Xavier Ray McDaniel shared his goals with his grandmother, having been in mainstream school, graduating from Centennial High, playing football and going on to attend the University of Oregon when his grandmother asked him if he wanted to be a duck. And yes he did. Xavier will never get to accomplish that dream because his life was cut short by short-sighted people. Today, we celebrate Xavier's memory by sponsoring this grass dance, this all-men's dance, special in honor of the style of dance that Xavier valued. Tonight, we also want to honor Lashutsi and Lanaya May, who are coming out, and the family wants to have these young ladies come out in the best way possible, and that means to the family an acknowledgement of Xavier in a good way. Thank you for listening to this.
All right, dancers, let's take the floor.